Hello and welcome to your July Shadowscope with me, Sally Kent. I'm really looking forward to pulling some cards for you and delving into the insight and guidance of the tarot and also some archetypal decks. And I'm using my own personal deck for the Shadowscopes. I thought it'd be interesting to bring in the deep, rich symbolism from the Egyptian Thoth Tarot, which has a deep and enchanting history, let's say. They always resonate with me for my own personal readings, and I thought it was about time that I share some of that deep, rich magic with you all. So without further ado, I hope you really enjoy your July Shadowscope. So let's take a look at the cards. Hi Aries. This is an exciting month for you. Oh, the fire! There's so much fire in this month for you, steaminess. Oh, I'm excited to get into this for you. Okay, your inner and outer position is strength and the Ace of Cups. So, for some of you, there's a new love that's requiring you to embody strength and courage and to believe in yourself, to believe in love. For others, this is a new chapter into the way you love yourself and the way you love your tenacity to go for what you want and desire. For some of you, this could be a rebirth, a new chapter in love in an existing connection. But it's still signifying that you are going through some challenging times, in the sense where you could be feeling a bit snappy or a bit protective or a little bit primal about this connection or about your heart. There is this protective energy as you've got this, the Queen of Swords energy crossing you. You know, I always think of the Queen of Swords as this aloof character that's very despondent and doesn't really express their emotions too easily, because their emotions have been so hurt in the past that they've become highly analytical, highly logical, and are great strategists. And sometimes life requires us to adopt the Queen of Swords energy so that we can make rational decisions that are unbiased by emotionality, and so that we can develop the foresight to make plans and to strategise based on objectivity rather than subjectivity. But your inner and outer cards are anything but objective. They are incredibly subjective and real, close, intimate, deeply feeling. So whatever's in the crossing position is stopping what is underneath it from coming through properly, you know. So could we say that your distance, your detachment from your emotions, your striving for perfection is inhibiting your confidence and your ability to start again in love somehow? You tell me. What's crowning you is the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands for July. So what's most in your consciousness and your mind? So for some of you, this could be two feminine figures. This could be two options. So some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus. Or some of you could be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius or an Aries. Or this energy could be you. You could be really considering how to balance what you do in a tangible sense with what you do in a creative, evocative sense. So some of you may be feeling very protective over your time and energy in July, so that you can really build upon your own inner fire, your own seek out inspiration, and really tend to those visions that you want to manifest. and nurturing your inner garden as much as you do an external space or garden. You know, it's wanting to treat yourself with lavish care and surround yourself with inspirational people. And to be fair, people are just drawn to you in July, Aries. They want to seek your counsel in regards to many matters, many matters. But it does seem that love is really coming forth this month for you. There is having the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. They're both new beginnings in love, and one of them is more powerful, the Ace of Cups, but the Page of Cups is really, with this energy, I'm feeling like this is a renewal in faith, a renewal in trust. This could be renewal of faith and trust in an existing partner or in love itself. And for some of you that have been feeling quite hurt and withdrawn recently, then July offers you an opportunity to re-emerge with the world, to treat yourself with love and care, and to start to feel like you're healing your heart. It seems like you're really tired of feeling stuck mentally, so you may have been going through some stressful times recently where you've really had to kind of admit the inattention that you've been experiencing. And hopefully during that time you're able to retrieve some treasure within yourself about why you're experiencing that stress. It does seem what's really coming up for you in July is this period of celebration, togetherness. For some of you, you could be going on a holiday, you could be celebrating a marriage. There seems to be lots of celebration and opportunities for you to stop, reflect, take stock of your achievements over the last 6 months. You know, this is a special time for you in July when we're getting closer to Leo season. You'll be so on course for the exciting projects. It's like, you know, the exciting projects are coming, but you need to incorporate some rest so that you can have that momentum to really give it your all when it's time to launch them. There is a sense that you're developing yourself at the moment, like either returning to study or kind of developing your craft in some way. Some of you may be researching things or putting the finishing touches to a manuscript, or almost finishing a course or signing up for a new one. This is a sign from the universe to keep developing yourself, because it seems like you're doing really well in terms of seeking out things in terms of personal and business development. It's interesting that the people that are closest to you are kind of are feeling and sensing that you've been going through it a little bit. There has been some upset, it seems, some kind of acknowledgement of some sad feelings. If there has been a conflict or separation, these cards are telling me that all isn't lost and that you can still build upon the connection. And for those of you that aren't really used to sitting with your feelings, it's incredibly beneficial to do so. You know, and convalescence and healing is so important, especially in terms of our emotion, because the body keeps score. You know, we can feel tension that can kind of come out in dis-ease or kind of illness and symptoms, because those emotions have become trapped in our body. And this is why Reiki, acupuncture, exercise, qigong, yoga, meditation are all fabulous ways to really release that pent-up tension. And I feel like for some of you that are feeling kind of stagnant in terms of your health or in terms of your energy levels, really try and look at ways that you can let emotion out this month, because I feel like it will be like the equivalent of having a spring clean in your property. You know, you'll feel enlivened for releasing those emotions and getting them out. One of my favourite ways to do it is by dancing. I choose particular songs for whatever it is that I want to express, and I don't think about how I'm moving. I just move, and I almost kind of become one with the music, really, and it's incredibly cathartic. And you know, this is something that you know, Indigenous people and, you know, ancients used to practice regularly. It was you know, it's in our DNA to practice these things. So it does seem that you're a bit fearful about making a decision in terms of future plans, especially in related to love and pursuits of the heart. But if you don't really consider all options, then they'll just all remain in the sky, and you need to kind of see which ones are real, which ones are fantasies, which ones have the capacity to work, which ones kind of are illusory, and just feel your way through each path and just sit with those emotions and allow your heart to guide you in making that decision. You know, it's interesting to note that the brain has neurons, but so does the heart and so does the gut. So we have deciding mechanisms in our body, you know, apart from the brain. The heart has ability to make decisions, and so does the gut, you know, where the saying's gut instinct and follow your heart. You know, and the Seven of Cups really is about following your heart, and for that to be in your hopes and fears position, it's like you really want to make a decision for the heart, but you're having difficulty kind of traversing those feelings to make a decision. The overall energy is the Tower for July for you, and even though it looks a bit scary, it is an incredible truth card. It's really is about masks coming off. It really is about truth being revealed. It really is about us being open to divine insight from the heavens, and then once we receive that insight, we act upon it, and we allow what is false to fall away. We allow what isn't real to fall and to break. And when we do this, when we go with the Tower energy and work with that, what is left standing is really strong and is true and is firm foundations, you know. So allow yourself to be open to be taught this month, Aries, because we know you're a cardinal sign. We know that you're amazing, a leader, but you're not the only cardinal sign, for one. And two, there's nothing more abhorrent than somebody that's convinced that they're a know-it-all. Like, we all have to remain humble and be open to being taught. Otherwise, we never get to experience the richness of authentic connection and to have our hearts open more and our mind and perception to expand, to incorporate new information and new insight and new ways of living. And so I'm excited for you about this month, because it's like you're being called to allow your heart to open, and you're being called to allow your true self to come forth and to expand not only your horizons but your kind of sense of inspiration too, because we've got the Queen of Wands twice here. So I pulled a Thoth tarot card to represent a message from the depth of your psyche, so from your shadow, so the part of yourself that you either repress or ignore or don't want to acknowledge is there, or reject. It's a part of yourself that you're uncomfortable with looking at or embodying or being. So to have that energy twice, not only in your crowning position but in your kind of root of your subconscious through the Thoth deck, it does suggest to me that this is a powerful energy that wants to come through. So if you are dealing with a fire sign, this seems to be a real healing connection and opening of kind of all your energy centers. There's messages in this connection for you, definitely. But essentially, I feel that this Leo season energy is really calling for you to really get ready to share your creativity with the world, to share your vision, to share your works of art with the world, whether they be pieces of writing or actual kind of artwork or poetry or just your energy, Aries. It's your fiery energy. The universe and the shadow is asking you to really own that fire and to bank it so that you can draw these magnetizing people and experiences towards yourself. So any creative visions you get in July, even if you haven't got the time to action them now, be sure to journal them and keep hold of them, because this is an incredibly potent and fecund time for your creativity. So let's look at the Underworld card. So the Underworld card is from the Archetypal deck of the Wild Unknown. And just like tarot cards, the archetypes can be read and felt from both a light and dark perspective. So hence the Shadowscopes. This is about using the light to express light, be the light, but also to illuminate the darkness so that we can be freer and more balanced and more harmonious by bringing the shadow to light and integrating the aspects of the psyche that we've been neglecting so that we can access our true power. So the archetype of the underworld is about nightmares, ordeals, the bottom. So the guidance is that this is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm, which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. So one way to kind of delve deeper into this archetype is to search for images of a map of Dante's Inferno. And when you look at that, ask yourself, what does the story of the epic descent stir in you? And one of the earliest stories on record is that of the goddess Aenea's descent. Turns out descending into the underworld is as old as time itself. So if you're experiencing this archetype in a light energy, then you may be experiencing feelings of bravery, depth, facing of deepest fears. But if you're experiencing this archetype in a dark energy, then you may be feeling feelings of denial, suppression, evil, unconsciousness. So it's interesting that these shadow scopes are about kind of helping people to uncover shadow aspects, and for you we've actually got the shadow card. So this suggests to me that you're kind of ready to not only speak about what it is that's difficult for you, but you're ready to kind of face it, knowing that it leads to greater awareness and greater power. So I really hope you enjoyed that, Aries. I hope it resonated with you. Obviously it's just a general, so if you want something more specific, feel free to get in touch, but I hope that there was some messages in there that help you through July, and I hope you can really tune in and allow your heart to guide you, and also allow more love to come in to you, because you deserve it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in August. Bye for now.